Okay. Tonight, I will be leading you through the process of how I make space for stupid questions. I'll walk you through all the process as though you were my student. We are condensing a lot of tutoring hours into a few minutes, but I hope I can at least spark an idea for you to try with your own kids and loved ones. Let me introduce my history with stupid questions. I graduated from the U of I 9 years ago with a degree in molecular and cellular biology. I was supposed to begin grad school in New York City after deferring for a year to become a professor or something cool, but I impulsively decided to stay in Champaign and tutor students in math and science. Yep, tutor. My big breakthrough with stupid questions was in a class where I was far and away the worst student. Our professor announced a pop quiz that I knew I'd fail, so I raised my hand. Can we use our notes? He looked at me and went, sure. I was a hero. From this, I learned that my stupid questions were my greatest asset. It was clear I'd never be the smartest person, but I could always choose to have courage to ask the questions that everyone had, but no one had the courage or vulnerability to ask. And so now, you're my student for the next few minutes. Now, I know there's no such thing as a stupid question, but you don't buy it. You're afraid of asking questions because you don't want to look stupid. But you're here to learn, so I'm here to help you get over that idea. To make space for stupid questions, I'll first reset my own thoughts. I'll take a minute to remind myself that you have had different experiences from mine, that life may have taught you a different reality from the one I know. You need to feel accepted and welcomed in this space. To make space for stupid questions, tell me where you're going, what you want to accomplish, what your purpose is. That way, I know how algebra and chemistry and the SAT fit into this limitless life you're creating. I won't pull you or push you to your goals, but I will walk next to you, pointing out the things that you don't yet know. So now let's take a look at what you're working on. What do you want to share with me? Quizzes with Fs? 18 missing assignments? An exam tomorrow that you just found out about today? Old tests where you could only doodle in the answer spaces? Or is it a B- that makes you feel like a failure? Let's sort out what you already know. I'll ask you questions. What do you already know about factoring and the quadratic formula? Why is fluorine the most electronegative element? When is energy conserved? And what the heck even is momentum? Teach me and teach yourself what you already know. Make mistakes boldly. Making space for stupid questions means we have to make space for change. I accept that your study habits and friends and interests, not to mention your priorities and beliefs, will change. Even if we aren't good with change, we have to acknowledge it if we want to create space for the most difficult questions, even if they're stupid questions. When we make space for stupid questions, we have to make space for uncertainty too. I'll teach you, student, how to rely on laws of algebra and science to prove that your answer is correct. I'll teach you how to check your work, how to decide if your answer seems reasonable and makes sense. But I know there's a lot that I and sometimes nobody else can answer with certainty. But stupid questions get us closer to certainty. Answering stupid questions usually means breaking apart and breaking down some misunderstandings. We have to disconnect all of the ideas that are correct but are incorrectly wired together. Then I'll give you space to build everything the right way, handing you bricks and boards and tools along the way. Chaos and disorder, entropy, is a big concept in science. But stupid questions, whether they're about homework or weird social things or sex or death or money or whatever, can lead to some degree of chaos. But we accept this risk because we want the best for our students and our kids, our friends and our family. We make space for chaos and we stick around until things get better. Your stupid questions and your audacity to ask them are the result of trillions of chemical reactions happening in your brain. It's your right to think up and ask these questions, and it's my responsibility as an adult and as an educator to teach you how to find the right answers. I know you may not have the words to ask your questions, so I need to listen carefully to the words you do say and don't say. I'll look for patterns in your questions and in your answers so that I can understand what you're trying to ask. After listening to your questions that you hopefully realize weren't stupid at all, and answering your questions, I'll give you space to try and figure it out for yourself. I'll remember that you need space to grow, to make mistakes, to ask more questions, and even to do the problem exactly the opposite of how I showed you. But you'll figure it out. I don't want you to think that I never make mistakes. I make plenty. I need you to know that I've failed and I've almost failed, that I've been bullied and I've been unkind to others, that I too know all too well the despair of missing assignments and getting rejected from colleges and feeling inadequate. As you begin to learn that this space for stupid questions is something you can create anywhere you go, you'll need the right amount and type of confidence. I'll model healthy confidence for you so you can see how to recover from mistakes, apologize sincerely, accept criticism, and occasionally laugh at yourself. As our time is coming to a close today, student, you're quickly searching through your assignment to see if there are any problems you think you can't do without me sitting across from you. I'll say, "Oh, this is a good problem." And I'll give you some questions that will help you figure out where to start. All right, our time is up. It's time to go to recreate the space for stupid questions somewhere and everywhere else you go. If you don't know where to start, write down everything you know. Ask those stupid questions. Have confidence that you can solve this problem and every problem, even if it takes you some time. Thank you for trusting me with your questions. I'm proud of your hard work. I'll see you next week.